Here we are going to see about second order system, and it's the response that is called as the transient response. So here we are going to consider the damping ratio as well as different conditions like we have underdamped, overdamped, critical damped, undamped. All these different four situations we are going to consider to see the transient response of the second order system. So still, if you didn't subscribe our channel, subscribe it, share with your friends. Okay, all lectures are available in the playlist. Okay, so let's see. So we have a second order system here. So for that closed loop function, we are going to consider. So this function we have omega n square upon s square plus 2 damping ratio omega n into s. So finally, this omega n is the undamped natural frequency here. And this is going to represent the damping ratio. So this transfer function, now first we have to define what is the damping ratio. Sometimes maybe short question will be there. So it is the ratio of the actual damping to the critical damping. So what is the value of the actual damping? Okay, divide by the critical damping. The response of second order system depends upon this damping ratio. So on the basis of this, we have undamped system when we have damping ratio equal to 0, and when we have underdamped, then damping ratio lies between 0 to 1. Critically damped, that is the damping ratio equal to 1. Overdamped, that is damping ratio is greater than 1. This is, we have four different situations. Okay, so on the basis of that, we are going to see here that response. So that characteristics equation of the second order system, what is the function in the denominators? That polynomial is equated to the 0. That is called as the characteristics equation. So now this we have to find the roots of this characteristics equations. So finally, suppose we have function that is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. That is the quadratic equation. So for that, roots are given as x equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So same concept is used here to obtain the value of roots. So it is a quadratic, so it will have two roots, s1 comma s2. The one is s1 and that is the s2. The one will have plus sign, one will have minus sign. So here a value, that is a value is 1, b is the 2 into damping ratio into omega n, and c is the omega n square. So on the basis of that, you'll see that we have roots as minus of the damping ratio omega n plus minus omega n root under damping ratio square minus 1. Now in this, for these roots, if you are going to consider that is the undamped system, so when damping ratio equal to 1, sorry, damping ratio equal to 0, so finally roots will be plus minus j omega n. So real parts are not here, so finally roots are imaginary and system is underdamped. When we have epsilon equal to 1, this is the condition of the critically damped. So finally, we'll have roots as the minus omega n. So both roots are real and equal. So this is the critically damped. When we have damping ratio between the 0 and 1, then here we have roots. So that roots are we are going to arrange. So here damping ratio is considered as the 1. So we are trying to write inside the square root as 1 minus the square of the damping ratio. For that, minus 1 is taken as the common, and minus 1 is what? I square, that is the j square. So finally outside we have here the j, and finally this omega n root under 1 minus square of the damping ratio is taken as the omega d. So that omega d is called as the damp frequency. So like already we have seen, damping ratio is omega n upon omega d. So now here omega d value is this one. So it is the damped frequency. So finally, that roots are given as here minus damping ratio omega n plus minus j into omega d, and omega d is the damped frequency here. Fourth situation is here. when we have damping ratio is greater than 1. So that is a value we are going to substitute here as it is what we got earlier. So that remains same, minus of damping ratio into omega n plus minus omega n root under a square of the damping ratio minus 1. So finally here roots are real and unequal and system is overdamped. Damping ratio is more than 1. Now we are going to see the response of the undamped second order system for the unit step input. So here input signal is what here? Unit step. So that is magnitude will be 1 here and the transfer function will be in the second order. So finally same as before we have, this is the transfer function m of s here, closed loop transfer function, omega n square upon this is the quality equation in the denominators. So first we are seeing the condition what is given undamped. So in case of undamped, what will happen? Damping ratio is equal to 0. So finally the second term of the denominator will become 0. So only we have omega n square upon s square plus omega n square. Now for this input is what? Unit steps. So unit steps means r of t equal to 1 and Laplace transform is what? 1 upon s. So now as we have seen in case of first order also, for that separate lecture is available. So here to obtain in the s domain, this transfer function what we have that is multiplied by the Laplace transform of the input function that is r of s. So r of s is 1 by s for us. Okay. So finally, now solution of this transfer function in the s domain is obtained by the help of partial differential equation. So that is written as a upon s plus b upon s square plus omega n square. Now what we have to do? Now we need to find the value of a and b. How we are getting the value of a and b? This c of s is being multiplied by the denominator and substituted the value s equal to 0. So for that we have here, okay, s is going to get cancelled and s equal to 0 later. So finally omega n square by omega n square get cancelled. So we have value as the 1. Similarly, to obtain the b, what is the c of s value? That is being multiplied by the denominator of the b, and here we are going to substitute the value s equal to j omega n. So here what you are getting, s square, if you equate this one to the 0, minus omega n square. So this can be written as j square omega n square. So finally s is what here, a square root of this. So that's why we are able to obtain here j omega n. So we are substituting this value. So once we substitute this, we are getting minus j omega n. That is what? Minus s value here. So now we got the c of s. Okay. So we have value of a. So that value of a is substituted. Value of b is substituted here. Now obtain this in the time domain, we have to take the Laplace inverse. So Laplace inverse of 1 by s is what here 1. Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus omega n square. That is going to become here cos omega nt. Okay. So here in the bracket it is given what is the Laplace transform of the corresponding values. So finally c of t is what here 1 minus cos omega nt for the step input. So this is the input signal here and corresponding response we are going to obtain. So here if you substitute the t equal to 0, cos will become 0. So cos 0 value is what? 1. So 1 minus 1 is what? 0. So that's why graph is going to start at the 0. Similarly, for the different time function values, we have a response of this one which is being plotted here. So undamped system does not exist actually practical. So there is no practical existence of this one. Okay. So second order system, what response we have obtained here? This is for the unit step. And if you have simple step means it will be multiplied by the value of A. Now we are going to see the response of the underdamped second order system again for the unit steps. So any one question they are asking you like undamped, underdamped, overdamped, critically damped. So many, I think more important is underdamped systems. Okay. So again, similar type of the transfer function we have taken here. And for the underdamped, what is the value of the damping ratio? That lies between 0 and 1. So now we have to obtain the roots of this characteristics equation by the help of quadratic equation. So that is same as the previous one. So that is s equal to minus damping ratio omega n plus minus omega n root under s square of the damping ratio minus 1. Now here we have damping ratio value is less than 1 that we are going to consider. So once damping ratio is less than 1, so when we less square of this, that value also will become less than 1. Suppose for example, you are taking 0.5. If you less square the 0.5, that is again going to become 0.25. So that is going to become a smaller. So that is less than 1 only. So that's why 1 minus a square of the damping ratio will be always positive since a square of the damping ratio is less than 1. So on the basis of that, we have to done the rearrangement here like we have done earlier here. So this portion omega n root under 1 minus square of the damping ratio is the omega d, that is the damped oscillation frequency that is given in the radian per second. So finally S that we have this value, that is the roots of the characteristic equation. Now this response in the S domain, we have to multiply this M of S with R of S. R of S is what here? 1 by S, since it is given that input is the step input. So now it is being multiplied by 1 by S. So this is the finally C of S. Now this one is being solved with the help of partial fraction. So now we have written here 1A by S plus BS plus C by this one. So now we have to obtain the value of A, B, and C. So to obtain the value of A, C of S is multiplied by S, and S equal to 0 is substituted here. So finally, A equal to 1. Now we have seen in the starting one separate lecture is there for the time response of the first order, that we have seen the 3 different conditions. On the basis of that, here we are going to obtain the value of B and C. So this is done by the help of cross multiplication of equation 1 and substituting the value of A equal to 1 what we got earlier. So now once you substitute the value of 1 here, okay, in this, and after that if you do the cross multiplication, then it is being equated from this side to this side. Okay. So on the basis of this expression we have this arrangement. So finally from here you see that this and this will get cancelled. So A plus B equal to 0, as well as 2 into damping ratio omega n plus C is also going to be equal to 0 since this side coefficient is 0. So by equating the coefficient, we have B equal to minus 1 and C equal to minus 2 epsilon, that minus 2 into damping ratio into omega n. So now that value is substituted here. So we got the C of S, okay, that is in the case of S domain. And now again, how to obtain the that is time domain. For that we have to take the Laplace inverse. So for that purpose, this second term is being manipulated. Different operation we are going to do so that it will be easy for us to find the Laplace inverse. So for that purpose, what we are seeing that here, a square of the damping ratio into omega n square is being added and subtracted here in the denominator, so that we can write the in the form of a plus b whole square. So finally, this part is coming like a plus b whole square here. And in the second part, what is remaining, we have taken as the common. So after that, we have done the rearrangement. So finally, this can be written as S plus 2 into damping ratio omega n is written as again S plus damping ratio omega n plus damping ratio into omega n. On the basis of that, here we are getting the 3 terms. Okay. Now, this third term is being multiplied and divided by omega t. That is the what is called as that here. This is the damped frequency. Why we are multiplying, dividing all this means we'll obtain the standard format. So it will be easy for us to obtain the Laplace inverse. So finally, now it is time to obtain the function in terms of time domain. For that, we are going to take the Laplace inverse. So Laplace inverse of 1 by S is the 1. Laplace inverse of the second term we have, that is going to be here e to the power minus damping ratio omega n t into cos omega dt. Okay. Similarly, for the third term, this part will be remain as it is. For this portion, we have e to the power minus damping ratio omega n t into sine omega dt. Now in this, what is the common? That part is taken outside, and here we are going to simplify again by taking the LCM. So that Laplace transform Your hint is given here. You can remember this formula. Okay, there is no shortcut for this. So now finally here you will see that we are going to obtain the expression. At last, this is the equation 5. After just simplifying LCM and what is the common term that is taken outside. So we have here inside the bracket sine omega dt into damping ratio plus cos omega dt into root under 1 minus square of the damping ratio. So finally, this one we are going to write in terms of sine and cos by the help of trigonometric ratio. So here one triangle is considered. If here adjacent side is damping ratio and this hypotenuse is 1, then this opposite side is root under 1 minus square of the damping ratio. So from here you can see that if you have to write the cos theta, so cos theta is what adjacent side upon 1. So finally that value is going to, this term is represented by cos theta. This is going to be the sine theta, opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Similarly, tan theta. So what will be the tan theta value? Opposite side 1 minus square of the damping ratio divided by adjacent side, that is the damping ratio. So that is the theta value. And finally, this is now in the form of sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, that is written as sine A plus B, where theta is tan inverse the square root of 1 minus square of the damping ratio divided by damping ratio. So finally, this is the input and corresponding response. So here you'll see that how this system is going to work under the underdamped. And finally, you see that later it will have a steady state. So similarly, if question is coming for the critically damped, that is the damping ratio is going to become equal. So now again, similar process will be there. Again, you have to substitute the value here. This damping ratio is equal to 1 here. So transfer function is in this format. So finally, it is a plus b whole square. Then we have to find the S domain in terms by the help of partial differential equation. So again, we have to find the value of ABC. And we have seen already how we are finding the ABC value. After that, getting this value, you have to substitute, then we'll get C of S. Now to obtain the time domain, you have to take the Laplace inverse. This is the Laplace inverse of that. So here hint is given, what is the Laplace inverse and how we are getting. So this is finally C of T, okay, for that input and response is here. And another is, last one is about the overdamped. Overdamped means damping ratio is equal greater than 1. So again, similar condition it is taken here. And here it is written as S plus S1 into S plus S2. So finally later we are going to see the value of S1 and S2. Again, we have to find the solution by the help of differential equation. Then we have to obtain the time domain, means Laplace inverse of the S domain. And finally here you are seeing that for different value of the damping ratio, performance of the system is going to change for the unit step. So these are the discussion about the transient response of the second order system for the different value of the damping ratio. Any doubt is there, you can write it in the comment box, share with your friends, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much.